Hey everyone, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, or whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm still having trouble deciding what I'm going to call it. Anyway, we are here in the trial portion in this case, and we're about to hear another testimony from our defendant, Damien Tenma. So, and this should be the last video of the case. I don't expect it to be more than 20 minutes long, but we'll have to see. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look out, contradiction. Here comes justice. Barely conscious was Damien there in the forbidden chamber. Amid the darkness, a mighty statue of Tenma Taro loomed overhead. Suddenly, the door did open, and a shaft of light that pierced the gloom. The amazing Nine Tails that had come to the rescue. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Objection!
You said the amazing Nine Tails, his cape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Mayor Tenma? This cape look red to you? Oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the amazing Nine Tails is arrayed in a cape of red. So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me. So the red something probably wasn't the cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory. Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the amazing Nine Tails. What red object could he have seen that would have been that shocking? I know. Could have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this? I think it was this thing. I wonder... This is definitely red here. I think this is it, the crime photo.
Take that!
Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be, Mr. Tenma, that what you saw was the Alderman's blood? Blood? Why, yes, it was blood. It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the amazing Nine Tails, the Alderman's bloody body. Eek! Thanks. Ooh, it's gone. Yay. His noise level is down to 0. I think he's remembered everything now. Does this mean the amazing Nine Tails killed Alderman Kyubai? But the Alderman was the amazing Nine Tails, so how exactly would that work? Hey, I asked you first. Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated. True, but at the time of the crime, our client was in the forbidden chamber. Moreover...
Silence!
Hoy, don't you think this is this strange? The little scamp had already confirmed her father to be in the fox chamber, but she said not about seeing the amazing Nine Tails there. Ack, you just had to bring that up, didn't you? Trixie didn't see the bell there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room, then? Would the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's? Yes, I can. Yes, of course, I can explain it, because if I don't, we're in serious trouble. Hang on a second. Not with more of your blow-sword fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Dono. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. Ape! What about a good old-fashioned penalty? Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation. So let us consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there in the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim and her father, Mayor Tenma? A very good question indeed, and I suppose you have an answer for us? Sadly, you would be supposing wrong. You think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? Well, if she did, then the question is, why did she do that? Well, how about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florent LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tenma has testified that she saw her father collapsed there. If she has, in fact, misremembered the event, what could have made her do so? LaBelle was disguised as Tenma. Interesting. The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florent LaBelle disguised as Damien Tenma.
Silence!
That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How can you explain that away with a mere disguise? Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces. Maybe the disguise completely hid his face? I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she couldn't see her father's face. And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Oh, right. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of? I think I'll pass. Ugh! Ah! Are you okay, Apollo? I'm not fine, am I? Well, now that we have had that little fairy tale out of the way, your boldness, your verdict, if you will. Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict for you to have no further arguments. What's he would love for me to do? Apollo, remember what Mr. Wright always says? When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the keys upside down. Turn the keys upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? But I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where the wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. And what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of others. Can these facts turn things around? We got it all backwards. Apollo? I think we all might have made a huge mistake. Your boldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof. They never did and they never will. Then it seems I must announce my verdict.
Objection!
I do have proof. Do you now? Alright, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father. Why she couldn't have removed the costume, or tell anyone about it in the first place. These riddles are inextricably linked to Mary Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity. The mask itself.
Take that!
Ah! What an absolute claptrap, puppycock, balderdash. We thought the alderman was the amazing Ninetales, and the mayor was Tenma Taro. That's why we believe the mayor killed the alderman in his lust for Ninetales' veil. And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tenma wasn't Tenma Taro at all. He was the amazing Ninetales. What's this? There's that music again that I love so much. You best explain yourself, Justice Dono. Hang on. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just love this music. And from where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion. Jinxie, no doubt, knew the true identity of the amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetales, so that she saw it pass out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Fort LaBelle in disguise.
Silence!
The accused and that deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection!
Remember, Mr. LaBelle has his very own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a timid build too? And anyone speaking through the mask would naturally sound different.
Silence!
Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection!
A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him. Gah! Ah! This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. Then by all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already. First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and alderman were talking. I suspect that he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the alderman was out cold, that's when Mr. LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, whom he had also drugged, into the forbidden chamber. Then he returned to the fox chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completed the disguise by donning the amazing Ninetales mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. The screaming that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene. So then, the person who said I killed Alderman Kayubai was... Yep, that was Fulton LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence!
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Objection!
No, you twisted samurai. This time, you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Ah! Arg! Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the forbidden chamber. So he could drag the mayor back out into the fox chamber. Oh, so the meeting Ninetales the mayor saw was... Right, it was LaBelle opening the forbidden chamber. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the forbidden chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch in his Tenma Taro disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the fox chamber. I see. Well, that all certainly does make sense. Then after dragging the mayor back into the fox chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence!
For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the amazing Ninetales is preposterous.
Objection!
The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he'd openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Ninetales. Ah! This is madness. No one could possibly have had such an insane plot. No one except the killer. A killer as insane as his plot, and I'd say Fulton LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortal, it is as your own peril that you forget who I am. Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Pixie will be safe just as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the Amazing Ninetales, aren't you? Huh? Oh, him. Ha 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 ha! You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales.
Objection!
What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now. What? Why, you would dare reveal the secret? My good friend and the alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth over the superstitions now, would it? The truth behind Tenma Taro? What's he talking about? So go ahead, say it. I am the Amazing Ninetales. I dare you. Urgh!
Objection!
Wait. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Maybe Tenma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tenma Taro a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the Amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth? Right. I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. So what now, Justice Dono? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle. I'll show you who's useless. Apollo, don't you dare give up now. I know. Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle I believe Mr. LaBelle's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of the amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case. You do have a point there. Please answer this question, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant of the amazing Ninetales or not? The amazing Ninetales' true identity. The amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such a nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales' veil, just as the superstitions say. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor would be found guilty for sure. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. Ha 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 ha. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman Kayabai was the amazing Ninetales, anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales' Veil made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the amazing Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, the bill is going to expose the secret behind Tenma Taro. Ugh, we were so close, I know it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Okay, we're almost done here.
Hold it!
Do not gaze upon Tenma Taro. Do not tell others how you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly. Telling others what Tenma Taro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And ruin of coming to the village if you free him? Is that a warning to not expose the truth? Bingo. And that truth is, Tenma Taro is a great, inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetales Veil is all about. Tenma Taro is a great fortune? Come to think of it. I mean, that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. Can Tenma Taro actually be Forbidden Chamber treasure? Telling the villagers that Tenma Taro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept a secret all this time. Well. It seems our Ice Attorney has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Mayor Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tenma Taro exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Tenma Taro exists, huh? Mr. LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony. Tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Tenma Taro exists. Okay, I think this is it, actually.
Objection!
Yeah. Mr. LaBelle, what if Tenma Taro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Tenma Taro no longer existed? What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Timotaro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Timotaro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do you have here? It looks like some sort of creature. We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azukai Kozo figure. The great thief Azukai Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Timotaro has been stolen? Yep, Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moron caretaker's grandfather, no less? No! My beautiful golden Timotaro was... The greed inspired by Timotaro can no longer bring ruin upon Nine-Tails Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Timotaro, for he said to me the gold ingot was gone. The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Timotaro's true form? Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Timotaro is the yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Nine-Tails Vale. In return for that gold, my ancestors didn't receive from Nine-Tails Vale land that would become Tenmo Town. But drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Bitter was their greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold came as a curse upon their village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that the yokai Timotaro came to be. So Timotaro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tale or not, Timotaro made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Nine-Tails Vale, a thing so terrible that Timotaro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenmo Town would never seek to take over Nine-Tails Vale in a merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history. Mr. Mayor, now that we know Timotaro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Nine-Tails, aren't you? No! Don't do it! Please, no! Begone, you demented demon! Now, where was I? The Golden Lord of the Yokai, the amazing Nine-Tails, is indeed me. And that means Jinxie. Yes? The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber, was he wearing the amazing Nine-Tails mask? Uh-huh. That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman Kaibai that day, so it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it? It was Florin's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman. Yeesh, Rube Goldberg. Machines have less elaborate setup than the Bill's scheme. Rube Goldberg? I knew you would get it what that means. You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. Ka 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 ka! The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman Kyubai, but Florent LaBelle did. How dare you, peasant! No!
Silence!
Justice Dono, you should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? What does this guy want now? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as though it were butter. But you have only blind guesses. A dull blade capable of cutting even a cake. Yes, you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. But you're right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword, you will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? Oh, crud. Do I have anything conclusive? Of course I do. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need, too. I'm going to finally prove Mayor Tenma innocent. Here comes justice. Let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The most daunting evidence against the mayor was the crime itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Nine-Tails. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Nine-Tails is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter, Pixie, saw the Amazing Nine-Tails collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts as we have revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. But he didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Does any of the evidence found outside the crime scene provide any clues? I think in the mask itself. A clue inside the mask? Oh, I know. The Amazing Nine-Tails mask. It was found washed up along the river. What sort of clue was that mask hold? White hair. White hair in the mask. And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Florent LaBelle. The white hair is LaBelle's. Oh, right. That hair is Florent LaBelle's. Yes. Now that's what I call conclusive evidence. I love that segment. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will. That mask? How is that the conclusive evidence? It's not in the mask itself, but with the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Kyubai. Yes, but the Amazing Nine-Tails, as we now know, is Mayor Tenma, so... That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florence LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that.
Silence!
It would appear, coup de grace, is it coup de grace? Coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white-hair type, because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Blackwell. It's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? When we washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind, this last piece of evidence will solve all the remaining riddles. Hang on. Here it is. Hair color that washes out with water.
Take that!
That's... What is that? This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The court will also recall that the Amazing Ninetales mask was washed up along the side of the village river with white hair inside it. What's this? Are you saying that preening peacock's color is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. But thanks to the river flowing through the Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. A DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it. Clone LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex Kyubai. You peasant! How dare you! You profane my beauty like a bug, I'm gonna inseminate you like the Alderman. No, my makeup! Oh. Hello, this is LaBelle. What? The project is off? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out? LaBelle speaking. I'm fired? You mean I'm no longer the Mayor Tenma's aide? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me? $100 million? I'm finished! Washed up! Stick a fork in me! I'm doomed! I'm done! This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell, defeated? Order in the court. Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head, just like the other lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Haha. Wait, that was a compliment, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent LaBelle? The defaced man is withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently intending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as Tenma Taro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetales Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold via the merger. But the efforts of the Amazing Ninetales saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. I see. But what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place? Mr. LaBelle doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid. LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such veracity. Too bad for him, someone else had gotten to it first anyway. I see. Very well then. I believe it's time I declared a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma, not guilty. Court is adjourned. April 19th, 1:23 p.m. District Court to Philadelphia number 3. That was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Even I did see that coming. Just got lucky, I guess. You banished Tim Taro from Nine Tails Vale like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too? He could have set it up so the mayor murdered Elderman, then died from a counterattack. That would remove at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch Mr. LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the amazing Ninetales' true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was the amazing Ninetales. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the Alderman's murder, the wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, I get it. If the amazing Ninetales was just killed, he'd die a hero, but he was proved a villain. His fans would have abandoned him, making the merger that much easier. Right. And when the merger was complete and everything was cooled down, he'd be able to search the forbidden chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why are you acting like Tenma Taro again? Let this be of no concern to you. How could it not concern me? Tenma Taro, be gone! Gah! Jinxie. Seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back. Yes, it would seem Tenma Taro is no match for you. I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore. Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? And thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling? This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the amazing Ninetales will have to retire, though. Aw, how come? Once everyone hears I'm the amazing Ninetales, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular people, and the only reason for my secret identity. I don't see how I could possibly continue. I think you've misjudged yourself. Take a look outside. Say now that you mention it, what's all that noise out there? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask, and to root for your return to the wrestling ring. Rooting? For me? I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show you how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa. Jinxie? Here, I think you'll be needing this. A mask.
Take that!
Thank you. Now he would excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting.
forever!
I sure hope they can settle the problems between Kenmore Town and Ninetailsville. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer slash killer is behind bars and the merger is no longer an issue. Plus, the amazing Ninetails is obviously still a hit, and I suspect Ninetailsville will be too. And it's all because we believed in our client, just like you said. Okay, people. Now that we've got that one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday. Better keep eating, Apollo. Or you might have to start looking up at me. Huh? I'm definitely past my growth, please. And you should be about past yours, too. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll be grow is sideways. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without getting an ounce. Really? Wow, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Ha! Just let them try to stick on me. Alright, already, you two. Let's get going before the old man closes shop. Dude's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. I'm with Mr. Wright. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Well, what are we waiting for? The noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two. Yay! Thanks, boss. I won't let you down. Athena has no idea what she's getting into. Mr. Eldune's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at Themis Legal Academy. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. Alright, we did it! Alright, let's save it. Let's see how long I've been recording this one. 48 minutes, okay. Let's see here. Alright. Well, we're not actually doing Turnabout Academy next. The next one will actually be one that takes place in between the Monsters Turnabout and this one. It's meant to be a flashback that you do later, but it chronologically takes place next. So that's what I'll be doing after this one. And I won't be revealing the title of it. You have to wait and see what that is. So until then, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time in the next case. So until then, have a great day and take care.